Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 62 in the book of Genesis. Today's going to be about squeezing all the juice out of a genealogy. This is from Genesis chapter 10. We're going to start in verse 1, and we're going to hear about the genealogy of Noah's sons. And you probably like me are going to ask, why in the world should we be looking at this? What's in it for us? Why would the Lord put this in the Bible in the first place? And why would a podcaster guy do this? Why don't we just skip over this? So I'm going to challenge us to try to lean in today to the beginnings of the genealogy. There's more to it than we're going to do here today. Let me just start squeezing the juice with you. This is Genesis chapter 10, verse 1. This is verse 2. The sons of Japheth. So Noah had 3 sons. The sons of Japheth, so now we're going to do the next generation: Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Mesech, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer: Ashkenaz, Riptha, and Togmarah. Verse 4. The sons of Javan: Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, Donam. From these, the coastland peoples, that is the Mediterranean coastland peoples, spread in their lands, each with his own language, by their clans, in their nations. So let's just pause right here. So this is one of the sons of Noah. There's 3 sons. This is one of them. And we go from individual people to now suddenly we're going to hear about nations in big areas like the size of Turkey. And some of the places that are people that are referred to here are going to occupy the Black Sea and the island of Cyprus and the island of Rhodes and the country that we would call today Armenia. These big swaths of land and big people. So we've kind of gone from microscopic Adam and Eve and Noah with 8 people on the ark, and we're kind of blowing up epically here. And so it's like you go from people that you could fit in a minivan to way more people than you could fit in a minivan. So the scale just goes big. So why would we want to lean in here? Why would we want to squeeze the juice? Well, completeness, number one thing. The Bible's full of stuff. We should know it all. We believe in all the Bible. We teach all the Bible. And even stuff that's kind of, I would call, inconvenient, which would be genealogies, exposits the heart of God. And we teach all the Bible because God's in all of it. So we may need to dial up our effort and dial up the study, but keep asking, why is this here? So we talked about the genealogy of Adam and Eve, and one of the points we made there was genealogy is the point. Something happened after Noah. So the rescue worked. The boat was affected. Noah's ark actually worked. It saved humanity. And here now we're hearing about humanity reproducing into the millions. So that's the good news. The bad news is it was with people, and people continued their nakedness, their drunkenness, and their impaired family. And maybe this sounds familiar to you because the rebellion that kind of started way back when continues to this day. So rebellion from God, rebellion to his word, rebellion of his people. Another reason for doing the genealogy is that the organization of Genesis, these are the generations, is used 10 times in the book of Genesis. This is the second time. The first was at the genealogy of Adam and Eve. The second one's the genealogy now of Noah. And we get this start of groups and clans and cultures and languages and choices and cursings and this table of nations that we're going to see on a global scale. All right, let me continue. This is verse 6 now. Now the sons of Ham. So now we're talking about son number 2 of Noah. Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan, 4 brothers, are all the sons of Ham. So then we're going to talk about son number 1. The sons of Cush: Sheba, Havilah, Sabta, Rama, and Sabeteka. The sons of Rama, now this is a little bit of a grandson list now here, Sheba and Deccan. And now he's going to talk about this special mighty guy, a kingmaker, king builder, who built Nineveh, which you may remember from the book of Jonah. That's where Jonah ended up going. So here we go, verse 8. Cush fathered Nimrod. He was the first on earth to be a mighty man. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. Verse 10. The beginning of his kingdom, so he's a kingdom guy, was Babylon. Erechah, Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. From that land, he went into, now he moves now, and he's going to go into Assyria. Nimrod is going to go to Assyria. From that land, he went to Assyria and built Nineveh. Now, Nineveh is this capital city on the Tigris River of the Assyrian Empire. So the greatest empire the world will know at a certain era is from this guy. So he's an empire builder. All right, so then back to the verse. Rehoboth, Ir, Kala, Rezin, between Nineveh and Calah, that is the great city. And then verse 13, Egypt, another brother, fathered Ludum, Anim, Libim, Nephthalim, Parthrusim, Calthusim, from whom the Philistines came, and Caphafortum. All right, so we see some people in here that we recognize. Egypt. Egypt founds the nation of Egypt, which we have here today. We have this area in Africa, this guy Cush. He begins to occupy the land south of Egypt. And Nimrod goes north to Mesopotamia. So we have these countries and clans and start out as a people and specifically a person. So Babylon, let's talk about that just for a second. So as a city, Babylon symbolizes humanity's ambition to dethrone God and make the earth his own. And we're going to get to this problem with the diversity of language. But here we see that this teaching supports the result of the Tower of Babel in the lesson that we're going to get to in the next chapter, which is he's going to disperse people by dispersing language and protect us all, humanity, from our vain pursuits, but allowing the message of redemption to go forth amongst all languages. So a couple of teaching points here. What looms large actually starts very small, starts with one person, and then it grows. So similarly, sin starts small and can grow as well, and we have to deal with it, and we deal with it today. So if you were a mother or father of a nation someday, what footing would you like to start out on? Rightness with God starts small, so deal with it today. Be faithful in small things. Be faithful in small thoughts. Be faithful in small action. These are real people, real places, and world history is going to start. So let's take our sins seriously, because it grows. That's enough for today. We're going to get back to the seriousness of a genealogy as we squeeze the juice out of this genealogy. Thanks for listening.